Good morning, children. Today we are going to read a story. Stories always carry us to a different world, and it would be wonderful if we have strange characters like dragons in it, because dragons have fascinated readers greatly, and their presence in folk tales has been there since time immemorial. The story which we are going to read today is about a king and the fiery dragon. Allow me to tell you the story of this king and the dragon before we start reading it. So here goes the story. Ramesh's vacation had started. He had planned to visit his grandma at Makanbad during holidays. But his parents dropped the idea as they did not get leave from their workplace. But when Ramesh insisted on visiting her, they approached Mr. Madan, a family friend of theirs, who was to travel the very next day to a city after Makanbad for his official work. Mr. Madan readily agreed to take Ramesh along with him till Makanbad. Ramesh was quite excited. He loved his grandmother a lot, and so did she. She was an excellent cook, a good singer, and a great storyteller. Ramesh loved to hear stories from her. Ramesh packed his bag and left for Makanbad with Madan uncle. On reaching Makanbad, he spotted his grandma at one end of the railway station. He waved with both his hands and ran straight into her welcoming arms. They hugged each other. They were so happy to be together. Ramesh waved at Madan uncle as the train moved slowly from the station. Ramesh then held his granny's wrinkled hands and walked past the fields and huts to her house. They talked to each other all through the way. They had so much to tell each other. On reaching home, Ramesh relished the delicious food prepared by her. In the evening, Grandma took him to the village fair, which was held in a vast ground near a small hill. There were many stalls at the fair selling clay pots, wooden toys, baskets, vegetables, and so on. Suddenly, there was a beating of drums, and with it, the villagers were seen gathering around a huge rock that resembled a dragon. They were happily dancing and singing folk songs. Some even offered flowers to the huge dragon rock. Ramesh was very excited to see all this, but his little mind was full of curiosity. On reaching home, he sat close to his granny and queried as to why the people were dancing and singing around the huge rock. Grandma tells him that there is a story behind the huge rock. Ramesh insists her to tell the story. Grandma agrees. She tells him about the poem she had composed when she was young. It was about this huge rock, and that it was the same poem which the village folk recite on important occasions as on that day. Grandma recites the poem from her old diary. The poem is about a dragon mountain. It was believed that once upon a time there was a mountain which had treasures in it. A fiery dragon guarded the mountain so that no evil eyes fall on it. The king of that place, at his wife's behest, sets out with his soldiers to get the treasure. On seeing the mountain being guarded by a dragon, he threatens the dragon to back off, else he would have to pay with his life. The dragon advises him to leave because he had no right on the treasure. The king gets furious and orders to war. The soldiers aim arrows, spears, and cannons, but the dragon is least affected by all that. Now, the dragon gets furious. He opens his mouth and lets out a big flame, killing all the soldiers, for he knew it was his duty to safeguard the treasure at all costs. The king lost the battle. The dragon made the king realize his foolishness. He told him that the treasures did not belong to him or anyone from his family. It was for the good of the people. The king realized his mistake and made up his mind to work for the welfare of the people. Ramesh was very happy for the dragon because the dragon had won. Ramesh acknowledges that one should never be selfish and greedy. Instead, should always work for the good of others. Grandma tells him that the people of the village believe that the dragon had turned into a rock after many years and never left the village. Meanings of a few words are given in the text. Here are meanings of a few more words for your better understanding. Let's read the chapter. The King and the Fiery Dragon. Ramesh felt his heart pounding with excitement as he got down at Makanbad railway station. He spotted his grandmother standing at one end of the platform looking out for him. His small bag was secure on his back. So Ramesh waved with both his hands and ran straight into her welcoming arms. The moment she saw him, her face lit up. "Oh, it is just so wonderful to be together again, my child," she said in a shaky voice. He gave her a tight hug. They turned and watched the train moving away slowly. Ramesh waved at Madan uncle, who had to get down at the next station for office work. Ramesh's parents could not come with him to Makanbad, a small village with a scanty population. Fortunately, Madan uncle had agreed to bring Ramesh along. Ramesh and grandmother headed home. He held her wrinkled hand and smiled when she gave him a toothless grin. Ramesh told her all about his school, teachers, friends, class, and the new boy Amit, whom he had befriended. As they moved on the muddy path towards her small house that was not far away from the station, they crossed the fields and a few huts. She told him about her pets, a cat, a parrot, and a cow, as well as her kitchen garden with lemon trees, brinjal, and tomato plants. Ramesh longed to taste the delicious food cooked by her. Ramesh knew she was an excellent cook. She had also been a good singer and a composer in her younger days. After a hearty meal, Ramesh slept off. In the evening, grandmother took him to the village fair. It was an annual event held in a vast ground near a rocky hillock. Ramesh thoroughly enjoyed himself. There were stalls selling clay pots, wooden toys, baskets, vegetables, grains, and so on. The villagers greeted grandmother respectfully. Suddenly, with the beating of drums, all the villagers gathered around a huge rock that resembled a dragon and began to dance as they happily sang folk songs. Some even offered flowers to the dragon. Ramesh also cheered and clapped with them. As the sun set, they all headed home. Once back, Ramesh sat close to his grandmother and said, "Why were the people dancing around the huge rock that looked like a dragon?" Grandmother nodded. "Well, there is a story about the dragon. Most of the people believe that it watches over us." "Grandma, tell me about the dragon, won't you?" "Oh, yes. I had composed a poem when I was young. The village folk still recite it and sing it on such occasions as today. Ramesh looked at his grandmother, who sat in the candlelight and read out from an old diary. The king set out with his soldiers towards the Dragon Mountain for treasures. The queen had said, "Get it all, I want riches more. Attack the dragon and fort and break its walls and door." The fiery dragon guarded the treasure with all his might. "Back off, you won't get this. It's not right." The king yelled, "You will pay with your life. The jewels and gems will adorn only my wife." The soldiers aimed arrows, spears, and cannon. All these were of no use as nothing harmed the dragon. He opened his mouth and let out a big flame, lashed his tail that put the king's army to shame. His eyes were red with rage and fury. He knew they would kill him and bury. But his duty was to protect the treasure that was precious. So he turned dangerous and extremely ferocious. The soldiers were soon dead. Some down the mountain rolled. The king lost the battle, was left in the cold. All his strength and might couldn't help him win. The dragon wanted the king to realize his sin. He roared, "This treasure is for the good of people. Build hospitals, schools, roads. It is quite simple. It is not for you or anyone from your family." The king made up his mind to work for the welfare of his people, really. Ramesh stood up with excitement and shouted, "Wow! The dragon won!" Grandmother closed her diary and looked up. Yes, indeed, he did. But what do you learn from this, dear? Well, we should not be selfish and greedy. We should work for the good of others. "That is my boy," said grandmother cheerfully and kissed him. She continued, "People believe that after many years the dragon turned into a rock and never left the village." "Right, Grandma," said Ramesh. Hope you liked the lesson. Thank you.